During all of this week, you might be initially confused and think, wow, he's not only a world leader, he flies a plane as well. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in from your right, Tony Blair and his Rebel 300. And as he takes up into the vertical, I should tell you, this is not the same Tony Blair that you might be thinking about. Tony is a current Air Force pilot instructor with over 21 years of service, most of it flying the F-111 aircraft for the RAAF, the Royal Australian Air Force. Tony's currently one of the executives at the Defence Force Basic Flying Training School, which is located at Tamworth. And he says one of his greatest satisfactions is taking out a young student for his first solo flight. He does assure us, though, that these solo flights do not include these maneuvers. Made in the USA, the Rebel 300 has the highest power-to-weight ratio of any aerobatic aircraft in Australia. Much in evidence as Tony takes the Rebel 300 on many vertical rides. You might find the shape of the plane familiar. It's designed and built by the manufacturers of the Zifco H540. That's the same aircraft made famous by the Red Bull Air Race series. The difference is the Allianz Rebel 300 has more wingspan than the Edge. It's slightly lighter in weight, and this improves the aircraft's energy retention as well as cornering ability. Performance, that wing is put under a lot of stress, and it's designed for that. Very solidly built, has an ultimate load strength of well over 20 Gs. The engine has a 540 cubic inch Lycoming, and that's nearly 8 liters of engine power using modern terminology. That engine generates more than 320 horsepower. That's more than 240,000 watts. And for most of the performance, Tony will be riding that engine at full power. Now remember, the Rebel 300 weighs only 550 kilograms, and that's 320 horsepower is being used on that, so that's a lot of power. And to give you an idea, relative to the C-17 you saw earlier, Tony's plane is about 500 times smaller. As you can see, Tony gives the Rebel 300 a real workout, but rest assured he is getting one too. He's been known to pull 10 G during his sequence, and also known to push well over 5 negative Gs. The multiple snaps and gyroscopic tumbles that you see are very hard on the engine and also on the aircraft, and maintenance is absolutely critical. Tony's life literally depends on it. Tony, of course, a very, very skillful pilot himself. He's been operating with an unlimited level of aerobatic approval since early 2010, and he says that this approval comes with great responsibility. It does take perfection in every aspect of preparation, training, and of course, performing. All that practice, all that work behind the scenes lets you see a display like this today. Now, Tony's a hotshot pilot, but he's also a real nice guy. I'd like to invite you to come down to his website and say hello, www.blaireaerosport.com.au, and it's all one word. And if you should see him walking around today, you're invited to say good day as well. In fact, Tony will be available later this afternoon as he joins the Australian contingent to sign autographs and pose for a photograph with you. truly beautiful flight. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause now as Tony takes his leave. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Blair in the Allianz Rebel 300.